Hi, I'm Teddy Burris, your LinkedIn trainer coach. I'm all about helping people master LinkedIn as a business tool. A little while ago, I got a message from one of my connections on LinkedIn. And the message basically said, "Hey, Teddy, would you introduce me to Josh?" And then he went on to say why he wanted to meet Josh. But here's the problem. He used LinkedIn introductions, and LinkedIn introductions no longer work. Let me repeat this. LinkedIn introductions do not work. What they do is when you use the introduction tool on LinkedIn is it sends a LinkedIn message. Let me give you an example. If I go home, let's say I want to meet Mark De La Salle. Okay, Mark De La Salle is connected to, or likely connected to, because he's second level, one of my somebody on my network. He's second level, likely connected to me. So I'm gonna go look at his profile, and if I go look at his profile on the right-hand side over here, I can see that Mary Lisa Pegg is connected to Mark De La Salle. So that's how I'm connected to him. There's the button. This is the LinkedIn introduction button. Watch what happens when I click on it. When I click on it, simply says, sends Mary Lisa Pegg a LinkedIn message and says, "Mary Lisa, can you introduce me to Mark?" Now I can put in whatever else I want to. I can add whatever I want. However, it's still not going to tell me who Mark is. There's no connection to Mark. He doesn't have his last name. There's no hyperlink to Mark's profile. There's absolutely nothing. This does not work. And so when she sends that to me, then, or if I send that to her, she's not going to be able to help me. Her very first message to me is going to be, "Teddy, who is Mark?" Again, LinkedIn introductions do not work. Do not use them. If I want somebody to introduce me to someone they're connected to on LinkedIn, I'm going to use a different process. The process I'm going to use is outside of LinkedIn. Give you an example. Let's say I want to get connected to Dan Calloway. If I point at his profile, he is second level to me. There's the second level. And he's likely connected to this lady here, Teresa Johnson. So I'll go look at his profile. Now I'm going to grab his LinkedIn public profile URL. I'm going to hang on to that, just copy it. I'm going to confirm that who I know is connected to Dan. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to go down to his connections down below, and I'm going to see that Carrie, Martin, Melvin, all these people that I know, including Teresa, are connected to this gentleman. So what I would do, instead of using the LinkedIn introductions, is I would send Teresa an email outside of LinkedIn. I would ask her in that email message if she knows Dan Galloway well, and I will put his LinkedIn profile URL in the message. My second question is going to be asking her, is Dan someone she thinks I should connect with? And then I'm going to say, if so, would you send Dan an email, copy me on the message, and introduce me to Dan regarding what I do? Let me show you real quick how I would do this. So here is the email message that I would send to Teresa in regards to asking her to introduce me to Dan. I'm going to have her email address up top. I'm going to have it titled as introduction request. And it simply says this: "Hello, Teresa. I hope you're well and business is good. I notice you're connected to Dan Galloway." And there's a hyperlink there, by the way, to his LinkedIn profile. I continue on. "He appears to be someone I would like to know more about." And I ask her, "Do you know Dan well? Do you think Dan is someone I should connect with? If so, would you please send Dan an email message and copy me on the message? Introduce me to Dan regarding the LinkedIn coaching and training work I do for job seekers and business professionals. Thanks for the help, Teresa." That's the message I would send. It's an email, not a LinkedIn message. I copy the hyperlink, or the URL to his professional LinkedIn profile. I put it in there, and I ask her to introduce me. 9 times out of 10, this works flawlessly. 10 times out of 10, the LinkedIn introduction tool does not work. This is how I recommend you get introduced on LinkedIn. I'm Teddy Burris, your LinkedIn coach trainer. I'm all about helping people master this business tool. I hope this is helpful to you.